Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome back. And I do hope you enjoyed the previous show, which entailed all that dancing and the crocheting and all of that, the traditional mumming. So now we're going to move on to the passion of this whole show, the culture night, and that is drama. And could I say, before I introduce who's in this particular part, that drama itself is a passion to the people of Derrylin. The Derrylin Dramatic Society are deeply embedded in the whole area of drama. And indeed, all of this kind of activity became very apparent over the last couple of weeks, where we had a big festival and there were so many people wanted to be part of it. So that's where it has all sprung from. And now we're going to see a number of our Dramatic Society members perform a number of little items, which I do hope and I am sure you will enjoy. The first one is Don't Marry Me by Gabriel Davis. And that's a short monologue performed by Ella Clark. And following that we have What My Fangs Are For, and that's by Tara Mado. Short monologue performed by Maeve Mooney. And then we have the big one. That's the one, A Thrill of Love by Amanda Whittington. And that's performed by Ciara Fitzpatrick, Claire Kilheeney and Seamus Gunn. And of course it's a short play telling the real life story of Ruth Ellis, who shot her husband, David Blakely, and was subsequently hanged for the murder. So again, folks, sit back, relax and enjoy. Thank you so much.
Don't do it. Don't open that box one more crack. Don't ask me to marry you. No, shh. Don't say another word. Just listen. I can't let you do this to me. I mean, before I met you, I was such a bitch. I mean, seriously, everyone at work thought I was a terrible person. Nobody actually liked me. Those people that I introduced you to as my friends, they're not my friends. They're scared of me. Or they were. Before I met you. Before I met you, I never said please and thank you at restaurants. I never smiled or laughed at anyone's jokes except my own. I would never dream of tipping any more than 10%. I was quick with insults. I always had a cruel word. I was cold, cross, crass, falsely compassionate. But since being with you, I've began to feel all warm inside. I find myself wanting to stroll in the park and whistle. I get these thoughts, these urges to donate to charities and help out at soup kitchens and dog people. Since being with you, I've given to the homeless, helped 3 old ladies cross the street, and I even bought one of my so-called friends a gift at full price. And it was one that I knew she'd like. Don't you see? Don't you see what you've done to me? You made me nice. And what really scares me is that you'll open that box and you'll ask me to marry you. And I'll just nicely say yes. And I'll be nice for life. I'll be singing Kumbaya for the rest of my days. I'll give back to the community, to the Salvation Army, to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I'll do it anonymously. And then one day, years from now, I'll wake up and I'll have this horrible realization that I have lived a good life, that I contributed. So please, for the love of God, put box away. I mean, the world already has millions of nice people. They don't need me too. I am a bitch, and I'd like it to stay that way. So please, I am asking, no, I am begging you. Will you please not marry me?
I ran into the woods, then crouched down and was really quiet. After just a couple of seconds, I saw a squirrel. Because, Mum, now I can see in the dark better than normal. So then, I jumped up, super fast, and ran to the squirrel. Super fast. And then I got the squirrel and chomped down on his body. The fur and the bones didn't even bother me. I guess that's what my fangs are for. I think I ate most of it in like 5 bites. That's good, right? I always thought I was slower than most kids, but now I might be better than anyone. But Mum, you are proud of me, right? Do you want me to go get you a squirrel? You can heat it on the fire if you don't want to eat it raw. I know you're not like me. I know I'm not like you anymore. Are you ever going to talk to me again, though? Did you only love me because I was human?
The Thrill of Love by Amanda Whittington. This play tells the real-life story of Ruth Ellis, who shot her lover, David Blakely, outside a pub in Hampstead, North London, on the 11th of April 1955. She was subsequently hanged for the murder and was the last woman in Britain to do so. Ruth was a nightclub hostess, which is how she met David. He was handsome and charming, but feckless and unfaithful. Theirs was a violent relationship, and after many jealous fights, Ruth was mostly willing to take him back. Here they have just had a row earlier that night, and Doris, her loyal employee, pleads with Ruth not to take David back.
I'm sorry, I didn't know who else to...
It's no trouble at all.
I couldn't ask Desmond. He'd only want to take me back to the flat.
And would that be such a bad thing?
I want to stay here.
In a bed sit when you could.
I want to stay here.
When did it happen?
I don't know. Midnight. I felt... Went to bed. Had a terrible dream. Deep down inside, like a clenched fist twisting, you know. And then it's everywhere. Everywhere.
I'll fetch a doctor.
No need. It's all come away. I'll be all right. And
Miss Ellis,
I'm not going back to the nursing home.
nobody says you'll have to.
Oh,
I can look after you here.
they should have cut it all out, taken the whole lot away.
Breathe now. Breathe.
They should have taken it all after Georgie.
Breathe.
That's my daughter by George. She's 3 now.
I know.
Lives with a couple he knows. Respectable people. Can't have their own children, so...
Is that better?
I think so, yes. Don't you? Gives her so much more than I ever could.
I meant the pain, Miss Ellis.
And Andy, he's at boarding school now, don't you know?
Yes.
A good education, that's what every young man needs most.
So they say.
So I'm doing my best by them, aren't I?
Yes, Miss Ellis. And Andy will be home soon for Easter.
He will, yes, indeed. Desmond will drive down for him.
So you'll want to be right for the boy, Miss Ellis.
When do you say he's coming? Today?
Oh no, not today.
Because I can't have him see me like this. I've made such a terrible mess of the bed.
Don't worry, I will change the sheets.
And the mattress.
And I will scrub the mattress.
What will the landlady say?
Oh, shh.
Oh, I've made such a terrible mess.
Miss Ellis, you know you don't have to stay here. Not forever. Whenever you're back on your feet, we can go somewhere. Like America.
Doris.
I have a cousin who went there. To New York. To Hell's Kitchen.
What kind of a place is that?
Oh, it's not what it sounds. He's building a whole new life for himself.
For 2 girls on their own?
It's the land of the free.
I couldn't leave Andy.
It's the land of the 3.
And you have your fella now.
He's gone.
Gone? Where to?
To a nice girl that doesn't work nights anymore.
You're much better off on your own.
I know that now. But we can't carry on as we're going, can we?
So tenderly, softly, softly, turn the key and hold.
Turn it off, Doris. It's enough. I'll be all right, I will, when I'm back on my feet and modelling again.
And when will that be? You're always black and blue.
Perhaps I could open a shop somewhere on a nice high street in Essex or Kent.
Selling?
Couture.
Clothes. Ladies always love clothes.
Can you do alterations?
Of course I can.
You could work out the back and I could...
Yes? Come on, Ruth.
That's a car.
Come on, Ruth, what can you do?
Shh!
Who is that at this time of the night?
Help me.
Not for him.
He'll see the light on, he'll think someone's here.
Someone is here.
He'll think it's a man.
So,
Help me.
not for him.
I have to see him.
Why?
He won't hurt me. He's come to make up.
Make up for what?
We had a row. Please, we fought.
When did this happen?
Tonight,
Did you fight with your fists?
Doris.
Did he hit you, Ruth?
Answer the door! Answer me, did he? Yes.
Did he hit you here?
He wanted it, Doris, but it comes down to money.
He has got money, Ruth!
Not anymore. The inheritance went in the car, and he can't ask his mother for someone like me.
Ruth, you've got to stop this, do you hear me?
I won't be poor again, Doris.
Stop the drinking and the fighting.
Not for him, not for anyone.
Because you'll have no luck until you do.
I don't want luck, I want him. Let him in.
Why?
Let him in.
What for?
Let him in or he'll never come back again.
Perhaps it won't hurt him to see you like this.
It won't, he's always so terribly sorry.
I'll let him in, but I'll sleep on the chair.
No! Leave us alone and let him in! Go!
It was dark and I was over until you kissed my lips and you saved me. My hands, they're slow, but my knees will fall to